Hey friends, Lucian here with the Bullish Bears team, making the watch list video for Monday, December, I think it's 11th now. Today's the 8th. It's Friday, so tomorrow's the 9th, Saturday. 10th is Sunday. And yeah, so the 11th would be Monday. Got to get my day straight here. Everything just moves so quickly. So I'm going to just take a couple minutes again, much shorter this time. For those of you guys that watch our watch list videos and our other videos, we've talked a little bit in the community on videos and on Facebook about being donation based and asking for a lot of your donations recently. We greatly appreciate those newcomers that have been donating and those that have been donating throughout. Obviously, there's been a select few overall, but we're greatly appreciate each and every person that does donate to us. I just want to be just very. I know there's some people that have kind of private messaged us and said, well, hey, listen, if you guys do go membership based and you're not donation based anymore, what will happen to me if I donate $10 a month? What's going to happen? And I would just say to you very simply, don't worry. We haven't decided exactly what we're doing yet, but if we do membership based, let's put it this way, anybody that donates at least $10 a month with us will be taken care of. We see every donation, we see the people's names, and we just want you to know, be rest assured that you will be taken care of. So don't worry whatsoever. We are not out to screw anybody. We're all about helping people. Again, this entire time, I think a lot of people realize we're a business model, but some people can realize, might think, hey, you're just a Facebook group. And some people don't realize, again, all of the massive amounts of content that we deliver. Again, you could just see right on our YouTube right here. I don't even know how many videos are now, 200 or 300 videos on our course. Again, we have about $3,000 worth of courses. Again, our trade room and trade alerts. So, if we do make any changes moving forward, just be assured, again, those that are loyal to us, we do reward loyalty. So again, if you're donating at least $10 per month, you'll have nothing to worry about moving forward. If you're not donating at least $10 a month, there are still opportunities left for you to do that. Again, at the end of the day, we are a business. There's Tim, Dan, and myself. Just to give you guys a little bit of a background here before I start the watch list video, I personally am single. I don't have family, kids. I'm not in a relationship. I don't have anything like that. I just literally, my entire relationship is pretty much the Bullish Bears and trading and you guys. Sounds kind of pathetic, but that's the reality of it. And I'm totally cool with that. Tim and Dan, they both are in relationships and they have families, children's mortgages. We're just three guys that, are passionate about trading, passionate about helping people and giving back. That's what we've been doing from the start. We've never been about the money, but unfortunately, obviously, life requires money. And, we've been asking for it for, about a year and a half. And it's not bringing in the money, and that's okay. So just to let you guys know, again, if we do go membership based, those that are loyal, again, will be taken care of. And anybody that's new, that's coming aboard and stuff, we will always make sure that we're about putting the people first, the value and the content first, and we're not out to price gouge anybody. But moving forward, again, we've always treated this like a business, but it's going to be more and more like a business, meaning the more that we are investing as a business, the good news for you that are following us, you're going to get even more solid content, more direct focus. If we do change our membership model, that will enable us to potentially give even more back. So whatever price that we do choose, if we do go membership based, you'll be getting a lot more for your money, a lot more focus, a lot more with people like Tim coming in, being able to be freed up a little bit more and talking a lot more about options. Same thing with Dan. So there's going to be a lot more focus. So we're kind of gearing up, watching to see how people react within the community to the new year. And then we're probably going to have a decision by the new year of what route we're going to go. But again, don't get worried about it. We're not going to change things drastically. Our Facebook community will still always be free. We'll always be giving back. And again, if we do become membership based, we're not going to be out to price gouge people. So don't worry about that. We're all again about helping you. But like with anything in this world, we wish everything could be completely free, but everything costs money, and it takes a lot for three people to run a business full time, especially with some of them having Tim and Dan still have jobs. I don't have a job, but I don't have a ton of money. So literally, not to get too personal with you guys, but literally, I'm sinking every ounce of every penny that I have into the Bullish Bears. Which has completely and totally been distracting me for about a year from trading. I have a very obsessive compulsive kind of brain, so my brain doesn't have the ability to kind of focus more than one direction. So like if I'm designing merch, I'll put every waking hour into designing merch. If I'm designing something for our website, that's what I do, which severely distracts me from trading. So pretty much I'm spending all my money investing into the community, into you guys, into making these videos. And it's getting to a point where we need to all be able to focus and really give back to you guys even more. So our mission is, again, obviously run as a business to be a profitable business, but number two, really to give extra, like all the content that you've seen for us, we're all about trying to just gear up and give you even more. So that's why, again, we've been asking for your donations to fund things. And if we do change things moving forward, you're going to get a lot more focus. And, we're so confident, number one, in the value that we're giving back to people right now. But moving forward, whatever we do, the content that we're going to give you for what we would charge if we do charge is still going to be an incredible value compared to everyone out there. And that, we tell people right now, we encourage you, go out there, look at trade room costs, look at trade alert costs, look at it all, put it all together and see, and then compare it to what we're going to be offering and what we're offering now. And you're going to see it's a steal. So again, we will reward loyalty like we always have, and there's nothing to worry about moving forward. So let's get into the watch list for Monday. All right, so if you're new, basically we're looking for stocks that are holding their highs on the day, looking for a potential breakout on the daily charts, and then we're looking at patterns intraday. To see if we're going to take a potential trade. Again, take our free courses on our website if you want to learn about trading. We explain what we do with our trade alerts there, with our trading, how we're trading. Basically, what I'm saying is if you're new and you're watching this, it's going to take lots of time and effort studying. There is no magic way to become a successful trader other than literally studying probably at least a couple hundred hours and making a couple hundred hours of practice trades over the course of a few months. And it's going to take busting your butt to do it. There's I wish there was an easier way, but there's no way around it. Again, statistically, over 90% of traders will fail. There's no way to beat the learning curve other than sheer and utter hard work. And again, that's what we're all about with the Bullish Pairs, is just being unapologetic on being open and front with you guys. It's hard work to be a trader, and we're trying to do everything we can to set you up. So we suggest to you, if you're watching these watch list videos, don't just watch one. Watch every single one that we do, because you're going to see me just map out support and resistance, right? And excuse me, it's going to be a little bit foreign at first. Being like, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand what you're doing and how you're mapping out support and resistance. But after you watch 20 and 30 videos, it'll start to sink in, because the whole name of the game with trading, whether you're doing day trading, swing trading, long-term trading, doesn't matter. It's all about mapping out support and resistance areas, finding your proper entry areas, and looking for your proper and safest exits. So, buying low, selling high, buying at support, selling at resistance. It's going to take a long time, if you're new, for this to connect. There's no way around it. I wish there was a magic fix, but you got to look at candlesticks and patterns and see what they do. And repetition is the key. So just watch the videos over and over and over. Take our courses, join our trade room, and just come in and just really practice and learning, and then eventually over time it's going to connect. But there's no way to really speed up the process other than just literally looking at hundreds of charts and making hundreds of practice trades. That's really the simplest way I can say it. And unfortunately, that's there's no easy way around that. So let's take a look at CAN. I mean, you've been seeing my watch list videos lately. This garbage pump and dump pot stock keeps going up. It's being pumped just like all the whole marijuana sector. And, you know, again, no coincidence. Stocks have psychological $1.50 resistance areas. And look what it did. It pulled back a little bit right at a $0.50 amount, 350, right? Closed at 345. So this is an easy one. I'm going to put it on the watch list, and I'm going to put an alert at or above 350. Again, if you want to know about our alerts and what these alerts are compared to everybody else, go over to our website, bullishbears.com, read about it under trade alerts. But our alerts are, you just basically input these into your brokerage account, and if a stock breaks a key resistance area and the patterns look good intraday, it's a potential trade for you to take. I say potential. Again, that's going to be something that you're going to learn the more you practice trade. It's no way to just say it in a video. This is not like, hey, if the stock breaks 350, you should get in on it. No, only if the patterns and the technicals look good on it. But I mean, it's also very simple. If you did get in on a trade like this right here and you got in on the other side of 350, if the stock comes back down and tests 350, if it falls below 350, that's a potentially very bearish signal. So when a stock breaks a resistance area, you want it to ideally hold. Many times it'll blow through a resistance area, and then it'll come back and retest it. So this might, like for instance, this stock could go break up from 350 to 370 and then immediately pull right back down really quickly to 350. That's not necessarily a bad thing as long as 350 holds. If it falls right back down to 350 and then crashes down and starts going down here, that's a potentially bearish sign. But you got to watch it. Again, it still can continue on a daily because something can go up and then pull back and it forms like this, like a bull flag, right? You know, that's it's all about charts and patterns and seeing things. And again, it just takes lots of practice just looking at them. But CAN will go on the watch list for Monday. STGG. These are the ones that just like really mess with you. So normally I don't like the patterns on this. I don't like the charts. It looks kind of ugly. But when a stock goes like this and it really breaks out, sometimes it can go for 2 or 3 days. You see there's 1, 2 days. So this one's kind of very easy in the sense of, again, there's going to be lots of volatility if this is to do anything. But you want to see it break above 160. If it breaks above 160, be careful of that $2 area and then 375. So it's still got some potential to go, but this is going to be lots of volatility within this candle wick area. Again, nobody knows what the stock's going to do, but you got to watch it come Monday and see what happens. But if it breaks above 160 and then falls back down, be super careful because that's a potentially bearish sign. If you get in on the other side of 160, be very careful at $2. If you get in, it breaks above $2, you want to see $2 hold because it's a whole dollar amount. And then anywhere from 2 to 375 is kind of a crapshoot at this point. But again, there's no guarantees this is going to run up on Monday. This has already had a run. I'm putting it on the watch list just for some potential continuation. So you got to watch and see. GLBR. It's potentially another one. See that? It closes right at that 50 SMA area. No coincidence. Moving, you know, stocks obey these moving average lines. So am I going to put this one on? It's got some room to run between 112 to 140. You can see this kind of this resistance area. So if you're to take this one, I'd put at or above 113, I'll put, just to be safe. At or above 113. And then be aware of resistance around this 140 area. As you can see, it pulled back right around 143, close to a $0.50 amount. No coincidence. That happens like clockwork every day with a lot of just with stocks in general. They obey those whole and $0.50 amounts. BUR. Nah. PXS. So, man, this one's been all over the place lately, huh? Pump and dump, pump and dump. See that? And look at that. It closed right at that other previous candle wick there. So, oops. What is this? Put it like 532. What is this one up here? I see that. It rejected at 646, close to a $0.50 amount. No coincidence. So we'll put it at or above. Then you gotta be careful of that 565 area there. I would put it at or above 5. Well, see, if you get in above 537, be careful at that 565. If it clears 565, then you want to be careful at 6, and then obviously going up here. As you can see, there's no way to easily predict this thing. It's crazy. It's crazy volatile. But with day trading, you're just trying to just get in and get out and get your profits, but don't just get in and don't just get out. You got to watch patterns and watch level 2, time and sales, all that good stuff. Again, take our courses, our free courses, if you need more training. But I'll put at or above 540. And when you're looking at these stocks, there's no guarantee that any of them are going to run. Usually out of if we have a watch list of 10, you might have a couple that run, 2 or 3 that run pretty decent. And that's why you want to like our fan page as well, because as of right now, we post trade ideas every morning on our fan page. Trade ideas, just to let you know, it's a $100 a month tool. It's the best scanner that's out there. We highly recommend, if you're a trader, to absolutely get trade ideas. Obviously, we get you guys a community discount of 15%. Links are below. Yeah, so, if you're on a budget, take advantage of what we're offering right now for free. But when you can afford it, definitely pick up trade ideas because it's the best. We can't live without it, because when we do our watch list at night, you might only get a couple that run. Then you look at the pre-market watch list, pick out a handful that might be running there. But then when the market opens, it's kind of a crapshoot. You got to watch what's running. And a lot of times, some of the ones on the watch list won't run for 45 minutes, half hour, or an hour. And then something on trade ideas just pops up and it runs. Trade ideas picks up every single one of these parabolic movers. All of these right here, I would guarantee you they were all on trade ideas. So if it wasn't on my watch list at night, if it wasn't on the pre-market watch list, I would guarantee you every one of these spikes was all on trade ideas. It picks up the momentum. It's got a momentum scanner, and it picks all of these parabolic movers up. Let's see, PPCB. Look at that. See that one right up, and it pulled right back down. See how I had mapped that out? One above, pulled right back down. So when a stock breaks above this area like this, you want to see it hold. When a stock breaks up, you got to be careful. You got to make sure you take your profits, and a lot of times it just reverses. Remember, these companies are garbage companies. These small cap pump and dump companies, I just consider them all pump and dumps. They pretty much are. They're garbage companies. That's why people day trade them or short-term swing trade. They are not trustworthy. I'm not saying they all are, but you got to do your due diligence in researching to see which ones might be potentially good long-term. Let's see here. Let me just clear those drawings. Let's see, 323. It's got some potential to it. It has closed above the moving average lines, which is good. So I'm going to put an alert at or above 322, which was today's high. At or above 322. Then be careful of 378, and obviously be careful at 350, $0.50 amount. Just people are going to be aware of that. So if you got in, if the pattern looked good and it breaks above 321, be very careful at 350. Definitely be careful of this 50 moving average at 378. And then if it can break above that, it looks like there's a potential gap up to fill up here, right here between 412 and 427. So watch, you might want to move to go up that area at some point. So MCF, we can put on the watch list. NEPT. Let's see, at or above 170, be very careful at 181. If it breaks 181, this might have a chance to move, but at or above 170, and just be very, very careful at 181. If that rejects at 181 or near there, that's a potential double top. That's bearish, but if it breaks above, that might be a good sign. NEPT. XRF. Let's see, what is that? 619. I put at or above. Let's see, it's at 608. I'd want to see it to get above that 619 area. It is holding its highs. If it can break that, it's got some room to run. So I'd put at or above 607. Be very careful at that 619 area. So if you got an entry at 606, if you wanted to get an entry and it looked good, be careful around 619. If 619 rejects and it starts falling down, obviously use your, the 606 as a stop. But a lot of times the stock will reject that resistance area before it goes up. If it can break above that 619, then this thing's got some room to run. So got to keep an eye on it. So we'll put XRF. LXRP, no. ITI, no. Okay, BCRX, that looks pretty decent. At or above 527. Be careful of that 200 SMA at 572. Be careful of 150 in between. So we'll put at or above 526. BCRX, STDY. What is this one here? Put this one at or above $3. I want to get it above that whole dollar amount. Then obviously be careful about that 350-ish marker and up here around $4. See that? See these areas? No coincidence. Whole and half dollar amounts. Be very careful of them. Look at this pump and dump garbage stuff. It's just ugly looking pattern. But at or above, I'll put $3. And there's no coincidence that it's starting to reject right here at that 293, which is that 200 SMA. Those moving average lines are very psychological support and resistance areas. So CLSN can already have. Seeing if I like any of these. Yeah, 120 at or above 128. So if it can get above that 200 SMA at 128, this could have some room to potentially go. Obviously be careful of 150 and then obviously $2. You can say, so if you can get above 128, so at or above 128, I'll put it at 129 just to be safe, MOSY. 20. If that can get above that 925 marker, not going to put it on, but that one's one to keep an eye on. MNGA. Oops, Go up there. No. No. That one might be. There we go. Let's see, this might be one. So let's do this. You can see here, just draw a line straight across. See where it rejected today here, right over here, right over here, right back over here. You can see you can kind of draw a line straight across it. And then you can see there's some, you know, some areas right over here. You can see $6. I would, even though it's kind of gotten above it, I'd be careful there. But at or above 573, you might have some room up to potentially $6. Obviously, be careful over here, but you know, this is kind of a no, it's not a head and shoulders, but it would be one if that wasn't right here. This would be a head, this would be a left shoulder, this would be a right one. But if you can break this 573, might have some potential continuation, so got to keep an eye on it. ELGX. All right, so that is for the day trade watch list. So let's go to swing trade. Let's edit right here. I'll make it for the 11th. All right, so let's see if I'm keeping any of these on here. Well, technically that's still going up. So that one, I had that one on from yesterday. So we'll put at or above 1705. What is that up here? 1764. That's got some potentially some room to run. It's kind of a double bottom. Left is kind of almost sort of like a double bottom. Be careful this area. It's got to get right above it. It's holding its highs, so it might have some room. 1705. Make sure you take your profit on whether you're doing swing trading or day trading. Always got to be careful. RNG, no, I'll take that one off. And then FCX, no, didn't do anything. So, all right, let's take a look at these other ones. Swing trading, you got to be much more patient with. There's not going to be as many plays or potential plays. You just got to look for the best setups, and you're looking for 1 to 2 good swing trades a week. Whereas with day trading, you're looking for 1 to maybe 2 good trades per day. Don't overtrade. You don't want to be in too many trades at once. That's the perfect way to get caught up and lose a lot of money. So this one's hovering right at that 200 or that 50 SMA. $26, right somewhat near there. If it can break $26, that would have some good run, some potential to run. I'd be careful at 27, then right up here as well. So I'll put at or above $26 if it can get up there. Kind of pull back here, but you got to watch. So at or above 26. If it breaks 26 and falls, that's potentially a bearish sign, so you got to be careful. SEMG. Always got to cut your losses and don't get greedy. If the trade goes against you, got to get out. Oh, GoDaddy. I like GoDaddy. They're a good company. But do I like the trade? I don't know if I like it. AABA, no. This one's a potentially good one. 89.38. This one's potentially good. You can see the EMAs came down. They kind of pinch, went sideways. You want to see this 9 push price up. So you got to see. But it's one to keep an eye on. See if it reverses and wants to go up. So again, these are a watch list. You got to see what happens come Monday morning. So 89.30. I'll put 89.40. Give it a few cents. APH. DXC. 95.93, 96.06. Yeah, so that's a potentially one to look at. At or above, I'd say 90. Is that 96? What is that? 96.06. So you can see the EMAs are kind of pinching. You want to see the 9 cross over and push it up if it's going to keep continuing. But I'd say just, yeah, at or above 96.06. Keep an eye on it. Again, got to watch the charts. Doesn't mean you take the trade. You got to practice, practice, practice. Support and resistance, support and resistance. When a stock breaks a key resistance area, if it breaks above, comes back down and goes below it, that's a potentially, I say potential because a lot of times it's fake out. You got to just practice and get familiar with trading. But it's not a good sign if a stock goes up and then falls back below it. So you got to watch it. If a stock breaks above this, then you watch. You can see there's obviously clearly resistance up here at $99. Obviously, probably right around this $98 as well. But it's got a window. You know, if it breaks above 96, there's at least a $2 to $3 window that it could potentially go to. You want to see this 9 cross over the 20. You want to see price start to go up, and you want to see stock get above. Like, there's definitely some resistance in these areas. Again, I'm not saying to take this trade. It's just you got to watch it. No. Man, lots of garbage. And look at all these crazy candle wicks. Nope. No, we'll go to the next scan. See if there's any other ones. Oh, that one's running. Nope. You can see, if you see me, look at this. I've probably called this thing out on the watch list. See, like on these watches, you can see all these areas that I probably was mapping out from a few months ago that stay in my brokerage account. So if you watch our watch list and you were doing your due diligence and you wanted to hold something potentially longer, you can see, like, I had this thing mapped out. Look at all these levels right here, all the way at $9, one up to $24. So again, you got to be careful. I mean, if you're not taking profits when a stock goes like that, you're kind of crazy because you got to take your profits and never get caught up in something when it's way up here. When a stock gets way overextended, you want to wait for it to pull right back down to that 9 area and buy at support right around the 9 EMA or the 13 EMA, depending what you're most comfortable with. We prefer the 9. Again, just because the stock closes at the 9 or around it doesn't mean you buy it. You got to look at the overall pattern. This is really hard to predict. This is crazy. But always be careful. You don't buy way up here. This is a perfect trap. Let's see if there's any good ones here. I just don't like that chart. Ugh, that's a mess one too. Oh. No. Nope, don't like these. No, we'll do one more scan. See if there's any other ones here. No. Ugh, garbage looking. Ugh, these charts are awful. Again, you can only trade when the setups are there and setups are right. And these ones aren't looking good. Well, we have 4 potential ones. You got to see what happens on Monday. Again, if you haven't joined our Facebook group, make sure you come and join us. We're the stock market community, also known as the Bullish Bears. We are the Bullish Bears. We just call ourselves stock market community to differentiate ourselves from our fan page. So make sure you join our community, like and follow our fan page over on Facebook. Another thing, just want to bring your attention. A lot of people, we know, like sometimes just like you got to like kind of bring it to other people's attention just to really see the value in something. Like people, I know they love our Facebook group, but it's also something really to really take this in that we offer a Facebook community where you can literally get any question that you want answered pretty much 24 hours a day from somebody in our community. And you can always feel safe asking that question and not feel like anybody's going to make fun of you or laugh at you or criticize or anything, because Tim, Dan, and myself, we do not allow any criticism or any hatred or bad comments or anything like that. So as long as, if you're asking a good question, as long as you're not trolling or doing something like that, that's a perfect way to get booted. But my point being is we don't allow trolls, we don't allow jerks in our community. So you can always feel safe to ask questions. So don't underestimate the value of a community when literally you can ask people 24 hours a day a question and you're going to get responses, and it's a perfect way to learn. And the good news, we have such good people like admins and people in our group that when Tim, Dan, or myself aren't in there, because we're always doing something to trying to give content back to you guys, you can feel safe that you're going to get your questions answered and be treated with respect. And if for whatever reason you guys ever have an issue, either report the post, tag us in it, or shoot us a message, and we get it taken care of really quickly. So again, that's just something just to let you know with our community. We say to like our fan page and follow us, obviously, because that's really a lot of times, because our group is so big, the best way to kind of catch our updates. If you haven't been over to our website yet, head over to bullishbears.com. The link is below. Take our free trading courses. Again, we have $3,000 worth of trading courses. I say that number over and over and over again, but really stop to think about it. We encourage people, go look at other trading companies, pull up, research day trading course, swing trading course, stock trading course, options trading course, and then go look at those trading companies and see what they charge. There's some very well-known trading companies that will charge you $3,000 for a package to get day trading and swing trading courses, and we're providing ours for free right on our website, right over on our YouTube. We put it together, really simplify. We put hundreds of hours into these courses, and we just give it to you. Basically, literally, it's free. Again, if you haven't joined our trading room yet, come over and join us over here. Read about our trade alerts. We have trade room and trade alerts. Again, we are doing everything right now for free. We are donation based. Things may change after the new year. Don't quite know yet, but it's looking like they will. And if they do, like I said, anybody, I'm just going to put it very simply, anybody that donates at least $10 per month to us will be taken care of moving forward. And again, if we do charge, we will be charging more than $10 per month. So read between the lines. If you're paying $10 a month donating, and we charge more than $10 a month, and we say that you're going to be taken care of, you'll be taken care of. Those that aren't paying $10 a month, then they will be paying potentially more than $10 per month. Very simple. So you can donate right over here, or you can come down here and click the donation tab. You'll see right here you can subscribe to our daily watch list trade alerts over here. And again, Trade Ideas is our live scanner of choice, as well as Benzinga. Those are two of our partners that we really trust. Trade Ideas is hands down the best scanner. Benzinga is an incredible live breaking news tool that we use. We get you discounts of 15% off Trade Ideas, 25% off Benzinga. Again, if you want to read about Bitcoin, we are doing Bitcoin. You can click on this banner here. We are doing Bitcoin more long-term investing, so you can kind of read all about it, see what we're up to over here, and check it out. And yeah. Oh, before you head out from our blog, make sure, again, follow us on social media on these links. Also, click this follow by email, because when we post a blog post or new content, it notifies you, just like it does with YouTube. We post lots of content, as you can see. Just we're always putting really helpful and useful content over on our blog. So make sure you read it. And we also appreciate it too. If you like something that we write about, please like it, share it, comment on it. It really helps us, helps with our rankings, helps us to grow, and helps us to keep giving back to you. So, yep, last but not least, make sure you like and subscribe and follow our YouTube channel. Click the notification bell. like our videos, share them, comment on them, all that good stuff. We appreciate it. We appreciate your support. And again, we are always about now and in the future helping you to become better traders. And again, we appreciate your generosity and we will take care of y'all moving forward. Enjoy.